All right, we are continuing right along with Meta Week. So if you guys didn't know, we are doing the meta-based classes for all 7 classes for ESO right now for PvP. And so far we've done Nightblade, and so far we've done Dragon Knight. Today, we're going to be doing Templar. So this is going to be the most meta setup you could set up as a base Templar. So what we're doing is we are going to be an Imperial as our base race. So Imperial is kind of the best in slot in my opinion, but it's not a make or break. A lot of other races that you could use are things like Dark Elf would be good, even Khajiit would be really good, Orc would be good, just those kind of things. I don't really think the race matters too much. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But for me, I'm Imperial because I like it, and unfortunately it's the only one that you have to buy extra. So again, if you don't have it, it's no big sweat. Just do something along the lines of Dark Elf, Orc, Imperial, even Nord's really good. All of those are really strong right now. For our attributes, we're going to have 4 points into magic, 27 points into health, and 33 points into stamina to give us a max magic pool of 17k, a max health pool of 32.9k, and a max stam pool of 23.7k. As far as our food goes, we're going to be using Jewels of Misrule. If you guys don't know what that is, it's going to increase our overall recovery. It's going to increase our recovery by 357. It's also going to increase our max health by about 4,002. So it's pretty good for your overall stats. And then moving on, we're also going, then before we even do that anymore, we're going to be using tripods. Tripods are kind of best in slot in my opinion right now. And then you could buy them from any of the siege merchants. So go get your tripods, use your AP on them. You don't have to waste gold on it anymore. So I think that's pretty cool. So let's look at our other things on here before we get to the rest of our armor and skills and everything. We're also going to be using the Serpent as our Mundus. It's going to increase our overall stam recovery. That way we can kind of sustain a little bit more. So we're going to be using Roxa as our monster set. Roxa is amazing for your overall sustain. If you don't have it yet, I highly recommend waiting until this upcoming Undaunted event to grind this out, because that'll make it so much easier, because there'll be a lot of other people doing dungeons and things. So if you don't have Roxa, there is a time coming up for you to be able to do this. What it is, well, actually, before we get there, we're going to be using heavy reinforced helmet and then heavy well-fitted shoulders. If you don't know what it is, it gives you a ton of recovery, more or less. The 2-piece is basically like Death Dealer's Fate, just with recovery. So the longer you're in combat, the more stacks you get. And once you get to max stacks, you just get a bunch of recovery overall from each of those stacks. So it's great. You're being able to sustain so much more. And I really love it. It's one of my favorite monster sets in the game right now. And it just really helps with your overall sustain. We're also using heavy trainee chest piece in reinforced. You have 1 extra slot in this build, so this is going to make sure that you get your max health and your resistances up as high as possible. Front bar, we're using Essence Thief because Essence Thief is so good. One of my favorite sets in the game. It's so strong. It's really good for your overall sustain, really good for your damage. We're going to be using medium impen hands. What it does, getting you 2 lines of max stamina, so that's nice. Helps your overall resource pool. Then also gives you a line of weapon and spell damage on your front bar. It's nice. Then dealing damage with a light or heavy attack is going to draw an essence from the enemy that pools near them for 5 seconds. It's going to be a little green pool. And then it's also going to heal you for 4,400 health. Awesome. It's also going to restore 4,300 stamina. Awesome. Great overall sustain. You get that every like 10 seconds basically. That's great for your sustain. That plus Roxa plus Serpent Mundus, infinite stamina. And then also, it's going to increase your damage done by 10% for 10 seconds. You're going to be hitting so much harder whenever you grab that too. So not only are you getting resources back, you're also getting just damage increased. It's phenomenal. I love this set. And then also, if you don't have Essence Thief, because it does come from White Gold Tower, there is an Undaunted event coming up. You'll be getting double drops and everything from it. Make sure you're grinding stuff like this out. Make sure you get those sticker books complete, because this is how you do it. And this is how you become better in the long run. Get those dungeons done. Do not sleep on the Undaunted event. I'm telling you guys. Backbar, Rallying Cry, Light Divine Sash. Every time I'm using Rallying Cry, I'm using this sash right here. I don't have another one. It's just the same one. I just put on every other character. Rallying Cry, Light Divine Sash. What it does is it's going to be our backbar set. Gives you a line of crit chance, max magic, crit chance, right? Then the 5-piece is when you critically heal yourself or an ally while Battle Spirit is active. Battle Spirit can only be active in Imperial City, duels, a battleground, or Cyrodiil. Only those 4 places. Whenever you critically heal yourself or an ally, you're going to gain 1650 crit resist and 300 weapon and spell damage for 20 seconds. But that does go down the more people you have in your group. So it's really good for your overall tankiness. You get a lot more crit resist. Makes you a lot more tanky from that, because crit is so high right now in PvP. You want this crit resist. I'm telling you, you kind of need it more than anything. So moving on, we're also going to be using medium impen legs of Essence Thief and medium feet impen in Essence Thief as well. Monomyth. Every single build I have is Monomyth because Monomyth is so good. Protective weapon and spell damage enchantment on it, so good. If you don't know, which you should know because Monomyth is my number one, my ride or die. So beautiful. Monomyth, what it does is while in combat on your front bar, you're going to be getting Major Force and Minor Berserk. Insane amounts of extra damage, but you do get minor vulnerability, so you do get a little bit squishier. I'm telling you guys, it's fine. Like I've said every other time, pros significantly outweigh the cons on this. Back bar, you're getting major protection and minor vitality, increases your tankiness, increases your healing slightly. Again, really good, but you get minor timidity, which does lower your ult. It drains your ult every 1.5 seconds, which, I mean, look, you're not going to notice that. Like, I'm telling you, on both front and the back bar, the pros seriously outweigh the cons. It's so good. The rest of our jewelry is going to be both Rallying Cry pieces, a necklace, and a ring. Both are going to be protective with weapon and spell damage enchantments on it. Front bar is going to be Essence Thief maces, dual wield. Main hand is going to be Nirnhoned with a poison damage enchantment on it. Offhand will be sharpened with a disease enchantment on it. Back bar, we're using Rallying Cry's sword and shield. Our sword is going to be defending with a restore magic glyph on it. Then our shield is going to be sturdy with a max stamina enchantment on it. And then let's look at our skills. So biting jabs is going to be your main spammable, as well as that it's going to be our source of major brutality and sorcery, increasing our weapon and spell damage by 20% for 10 seconds. So make sure you're activating this every once in a while. You want that major brutality up at all times. That is going to seriously increase your overall damage, your healing, all of that stuff. And it's going to be your spammable, so you do want that. Also, we're using Binding Javelin as our main stun on here. It doesn't really do too much damage. It does do good damage, decent damage, but it's mostly here as a really good stun for your enemies. Also, we have Vampire's Bane. I know that this is kind of a controversial one, but I prefer Vampire's Bane over something like Camel Hunter for multiple reasons. I'm going to tell you guys right now, actually, because now's the time for it. Camel Hunter can only give you Major Savagery and Prophecy on one bar, and it's just right there. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. It's not like it's helping you like with extra damage or anything. Like, yes, you do get the Fighter's Skill passives from it, and that's cool. But from Vampire's Bane, you get a little bit of initial flame damage, and then you have an additional flame damage over 32 seconds as well, which, again, it's not the most amount of damage, but look, I'll take any extra damage I can get in the game, and then that Major Prophecy and Savagery is activated for the next 32 seconds. So, like, yeah, that's a long cooldown, right? So, like, you want that. And so I just think that that damage seriously adds up over time, especially if you're just fighting people in, like, a one-on-one situation. It's going to add up. I like it. I prefer that. Then we have Power of the Light. This is going to be a little bit of extra burst damage that you can use to line up. So basically, you put the Power of Light on the enemies. They take a little bit of initial damage, but it's not much. It's really nothing, to be honest. But what's going to happen is after the duration ends, the sunlight bursts, dealing 4,100 physical damage to the enemy, which increases based upon the amount of damage that you dealt to them over the duration, up to 200%. So basically, if you do a ton of damage to them, that damage from like that 4,100 damage, which that gets increased significantly because we don't have Major Brutality up, we don't have any buffs up, so that tooltip just does get higher, by the way. It's going to be increased by 200%, so this has the potential to hit very, very hard. And so if you properly hit this with your enemies, they're going to be getting chunked. I love this. Also, you can only have one Power of the Light active at a time, and also each hit of the ability is going to apply the Sundered status effect, which is really good for your damage. I like that. I have Radiant Oppression as our next skill, and I'm not gonna lie, I might switch to a different ability. I might switch to Spin to Win, personally, because I think Radiant Oppression just doesn't do too much nowadays, and I don't think it's that great of a skill. So, you know what? No. I'm sorry, guys. I did say this was a meta build, and I mean it when I say it. Radiant Oppression is not meta anymore. It's not a good skill because you could roll dodge it now, and it's just not good. I've used it. it's not good. People just escape it all the time. Yes, it does hit hard, but you can roll dodge it now, and it doesn't activate until the roll dodge animation is fully complete. I'm telling you, it's just not a good skill anymore. So we're going to be using Whirling Blades instead, which is going to be an execute instead. That is a lot more reliable. You have to be on top of your enemies, and so it's a lot better that way. So personally, I like Whirling Blades better. And then we have Crescent Sweep, which is going to be our ultimate from the Adric Spear skill line. This is a great source of burst potential. Also, enemies in your path will be hit for 60% more damage, so make sure you are standing right in front of them. Make sure you're looking at them when you are ulting, because that's going to make the ult hit a lot harder, and it's also going to do a little bit of additional damage every 2 seconds afterwards for the next 6 seconds. So make sure you're staying on top of them after you hit your crescent. We also have Restoring Focus, which is going to be our source of major resolve. So that is going to increase our overall physical and spell resistance by about 6,000. So this makes you a lot tankier. And then also, while the rune is active, you're going to heal for about 900 health every 1 second. So that extra healing, guys, between Resolving Vigor and Restoring Focus and a few other skills we have, you're going to be really tanky. You're going to be healing a lot. It's great. It's one of the strongest abilities in the game. Restoring Focus and all of the whole Restoring Light skill line is unbelievably broken in my opinion. Make sure this is active at all times. Then we have Race Against Time, which is your source of Major Expedition and Minor Force. So that's going to increase your overall movement speed and critical damage by 30% and 10% respectively. It's great for your overall movement speed, damage, all that stuff. Also, activating this ability is going to remove all snares and mobilizations to you and grant you immunity to them for 4 seconds. So if you're locked down, you can't move, your legs are stuck, you activate this ability, you're gone, you know? We also have Resolving Vigor on here, which is a nice 5-second heal over time. Also gives you Minor Resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 3,000. Healing Soul is going to be our Scribe ability. It's going to be our burst heal. What it does is it gives you a little bit of a burst heal. It gives you resource return on both 600 magic and stamina. And you're also going to get Major Vitality for 10 seconds, increasing your healing received by 12%. So it's great. It's not only a great heal for you, but it's also going to be buffing the rest of your heals, which you've got a lot of other heals on here that are going to be buffed, and having them buffed is so strong. I love it. And then we have Extended Ritual. This is going to be your cleanse. It's going to cleanse negative effects off of you. And honestly, I wasn't sure about what to put here, but honestly, this cleanse is just too strong, and it keeps you alive so much because any dots that you have on you, they'll be cleansed immediately off, and it puts a little pool around you that heals you every 2 seconds too. So just think, when you're on your back bar, and if you've got some heals up, you activate Healing Soul, you've got Major Vitality, healing, like increasing those heals. And on Monomyth, when you're in your back bar, you have Minor Vitality, increasing that as well. I'm just saying it's really good. It makes you get a lot of good heals out there. Also, we've got Spell Wall. Spell Wall is our back bar ultimate. It has saved me on more times than I can count. And also, it's a great time to go offensive. If you need to go offensive on somebody, but they're doing a lot of damage too, make sure you get all of your abilities down, activate Spell Wall, and then you can go offensive because you're going to be mitigating so much damage going forward. Also, we've got for our champion points, our blue slottables are going to be Untamed Aggression, Master at Arms, Fighting Finesse, and Ironclad. Our red tree is going to be Survival Instincts, Pain's Refuge, Celerity, and Sustained by Suffering. Our green tree, what we really care about is... we really care about Breakfall. That's the most important one. Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, all those are my 3 most important ones. Also, Discipline Artisan is very good as well if you're still leveling up some skill lines, because that'll help boost that as well. So guys, that's the entire build. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you are enjoying this series so far, we're just doing all 7 of the meta classes and meta setups. That way we can get you guys rolling for all the people that aren't big fans of subclassing, because I understand subclassing isn't for everybody. I personally enjoy it, but I understand why some people don't. So that's what this is for. It's for the people that kind of want to go with the kind of the base game, and I respect it completely. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Do me a giant favor, hit that like button for me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.
I feel pressure and it festers. There's this yearning that I don't say. Looking over my shoulder, 'cause I don't wanna pass you up. Am I getting any closer? Come on, show me the way to us. Oh, I've been roaming, taking chances all alone. Where am I going when it's always gone?